I rise today to make sure that Congress is aware of what's happening across the American West. 32,000 people were just evacuated from their homes in Colorado. In Utah and New Mexico, hundreds of homes have been destroyed or are under threat. In my state of Montana, 5 counties are in states of emergencies as 7 major fires rage across the state. We've evacuated over 200 homes in Helena alone, with plumes of smoke billowing behind the state capitol. Signal Peak coal mine in eastern Montana has been evacuated, and fires that threaten it have burned nearly 60,000 acres in less than a day. Experts on the ground are saying that they have never seen conditions like these so early in the fire season, with wildfires burning through beetle-killed areas with increasing speed. Now, these beetle-killed areas are areas that are dead due to pine bark beetle infestations. The trees are dead and dry, and they explode when they catch on fire. Yesterday, winds gusted up to 55 miles per hour, grounding aircraft and preventing them from attacking the fires early. But the conditions for these wildfires didn't happen overnight. Mr. President, the problem is the dry climate, the lack of preparation, and lack of resources available to contain these fires. I first want to express my sincerest appreciation to the brave firefighters battling these blazes. On behalf of Montanans and folks across the West, I want to thank you for all that you do. Firefighters risk your lives every day for folks that you've never met. We owe you our respect and our gratitude, and my thoughts and prayers are with you. Mr. President, we also owe them the resources that they need to efficiently fight these fires, and we owe them the policies that will best benefit the landscape that they are working so hard to protect. Forest Service fire officials say that there are 3 parts to preventing and controlling wildfires. The first is reducing hazardous fuels, especially in the wildland-urban interface. The second is protecting towns with community fire plans and implementing defensible space around structures. And the third is that we must provide and be ready with the resources to fight fires once they've started. Yet Congress has consistently reduced the resources set aside for the Forest Service to proactively reduce the risk presented by fires. Hazardous fuel reduction funding has declined over the past few years, and this year the administration proposed to continue reducing these funds. And the House of Representatives is also failing to give the Forest Service the tools it needs to address this growing problem by playing politics with solutions that will improve the health of the exact forests where these fires are raging in Montana and Colorado. For 4 years, I have worked to pass a forest management bill that would reduce these trees that are providing dangerous fuel for 2 of these fires in Montana. Additionally, the Senate created the Flame Wildfire Account to specifically put money aside for this exact kind of emergency situation. Yet this year, the President's budget reduces the Flame account by nearly $500 million. Mr. President, we've been robbing this account to keep the Forest Service afloat, but the Forest Service has still lost nearly 40% of its purchasing power over the last 20 years as the number, cost, and frequency of these fires increase. Back in 2000, not that long ago, there were more than 40 forest fire fighting planes. Today, there are 10. And 9 of them are from a fleet of planes used during the Korean War. This spring, I asked the Chief of the Forest Service if we were ready in case of a bad fire season this year. He admitted that the Forest Service did not have the resources to deal with an above-average fire year. Mr. President, this issue won't go away when the fire season comes to an end. With large parts of the West getting hotter and drier over the past few decades, our efforts to improve forest health and give the firefighters the resources they need cannot stop when the weather gets cold. We need to commit to providing proper resources to the firefighters today who are protecting our communities. And we also need to provide the Forest Service and the Bureau of Land Management with the tools and resources that they need to prevent catastrophic wildfires in the first place. Some of us have been talking about hazardous fuel reduction in western forests before today, but it has fallen on deaf ears. Now I ask you to heed our call and provide the necessary resources. Mr. President, Montanans and folks all across the West are evacuating their homes. Firefighters are risking their lives. We need to step up and help them today. And we need to responsibly invest in resources and land management policies that will make a difference in the future.